Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. What time is that? The podcast time. Dysfunctional Aceonova. Check it out. How's it gonna be? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host. Dysfunctional world. All right, today on My Thoughts, we're gonna talk something a little different. It's this growing epidemic that's been going around on the internet right now. I don't know if y'all caught it or not, but the conversation of what women want versus what they have to settle for, or vice versa, what men want and what men have to settle for. And I'm gonna start the conversation off by saying just like this: women control three things. They control sex. They control what money is spent on, and they can control a relationship. A man that controls relationships is normally a control freak. Women can't control when the relationship starts. Men control that. When the relationship starts, and men control who they marry. So you can be messing with a guy, for example. You be messing with a guy and you can really like him and y'all can have relations, and until he says, hey, you're my girlfriend, y'all are not in a relationship. It can feel like a relationship and y'all can hang out and do things like y'all are in a relationship, but until he says, hey, I want you to be my girl, my lady, my one, y'all aren't in a relationship. And it goes the same thing for marriage. You can say all day that you want to marry somebody. Rich, famous, sexy, this, that, whatever. But the problem in that situation is men are the ones who choose wives. You can be wife material. If a guy never realizes it, he'll never marry you. If that's not what he wants. If you're not what he wants, he won't marry you. I say this and say that. So Kevin Samuels is a YouTuber that's getting a lot of attention right now because he's going viral with the way that he comes off talking to these ladies. And it's not necessarily that he's rude and obnoxious. It's just he's very brutally truthful. So when women hit 18, if they're in great shape and very beautiful, they have a lot of options. As they get older, the options tend to decrease. Maybe not the type of man that's interested in them, but the type of opportunity that they could come up on. Such as a rich guy making six figures would probably get with a 21 or 22-year-old faster than he would a 32 or 35-year-old. Why? Because a 32, 35-year-old might have kids or might just be in a position where he doesn't want to compete with her or feel like he has to compete with her, because she's at a point in her life where she lived a portion of her life independently. So now she's at a stage where you can't tell her nothing. If you can't tell a woman anything, she becomes less marketable, believe it or not. I'm not saying men know everything, but a lot of older men attract younger women, 10 plus years younger, because that they're easier to mold, they're easier to control, they're easier to, and I ain't gonna say control, but they're easier to mold. They're easier to tell left, right, left, without them having to say, well, no, I've been doing this for 20-some years. Left is left. This is my left, not that. This is my left. This is what's good for me. So when you have these kind of situations where women are voicing more opinions other than the typical, and I'm okay. Let me break it down. No man is looking for a yes slave. Okay, most men are not looking for that. But if you're gorgeous, nice body, and you're 35 years old or plus, congratulations. But a man that makes six figures, he don't care about how much money you make. So by this time, that's the independent part I'm talking about. When you've been forced to be out here by yourself, or with a man that's not doing what a man should be doing for you, you're forced to do it by yourself. When you do it by yourself, you become independent. And when you become independent, can't nobody tell you nothing, because you feel like you know what's best for you. And you might do. You might know what's best for you. But if you want what you want, you may not get what you want, because that may not be what's best for you. And I mean, you might think that's what's best for you, a man, an equal partner or whatnot. But an equal partner comes with a lot of things. And sometimes men just aren't willing to compromise. We don't live in the days where men blatantly, outright just take care of women anymore. There are some that do it, but it's not the going culture right now. Everybody wants their independence. Everybody wants their opinion. Everybody wants their freedom. Some of these things you got to sacrifice to be in one of these type of relationships. That's why I say men who make six figures are normally attracted to 21-year-olds, because they haven't figured out what's best for them yet. So they're pretty, I ain't gonna say gullible, but they don't put up as much resistance to a man. And that's very important to most men. Now, a woman that makes a whole lot of money, that's nice. That's great. But that's not what he's into. Most men are not into that. Broke men are into how much money a woman makes. Because broke men need that woman to help him either get through life or on to the next level in life. And I know there's going to be some people out there that's not going to agree with my opinion. My point is not to tell you what's agreeable, but to tell you what's real. If I tell you, me, I'm not a six-figure dude, but I'll date a woman 30 to 45, and I give her the best that I can with the means that I have. That's me. You might meet another 41-year-old who's in a better position than me, drives a better car than me, and he wants him a 25-year-old because he doesn't want the resistance. He doesn't want the debate of who's really in charge of this thing. Because believe it or not, a man will let you take charge of the finances, and he'll buy you whatever you want if he can afford it. But you're not going to tell a grown man what he can and can't do. It's not going to happen. It's not going to function right. It's not going to happen. So, me saying that to say, it's not feasible. And that's all it is. It's about what's comfortable to other people. Because if what you do is not comfortable to your mate, your spouse, your partner, they're not gonna rock with that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 41 years old, strung out on crack, and a woman I deal with is a corporate person, 9 out of 10 times she's gonna leave me. If those are my circumstances. If I'm 41 and I got a military background, I'm in the best mental and physical shape I could be in, I probably have a lot more options than a 41-year-old that's a couch potato. Just saying. Well, those are my thoughts today on my thoughts. If you agree, great. If you don't agree, leave it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, press the notification button, and keep rocking with us because we come with some dope content. So with that being said, I'm your host. Dysfunctional's World. Peace.